A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Today's will be a project overview video. Uh, so I've been working on this project for a couple of months, days now, and it is complete. Just wanted to share it. So if you wanted to learn or explore this thing, you can follow along. So it is a GraphQL video. So I've been recently working on GraphQL with Node.js and Express.js. So this is the what I've been working on. So let me show you the project. We'll see the Postman and a little bit about the code if you want to follow along, if you want to explore GraphQL. I'll try to make it short and concise. Let's explore together. Okay. So this is the interface. So it's an event booking system, and let me authenticate. The idea of this system is if you have logged in, you can create your own event. We can go to the create event. We'll do it right now, but we can create our own event, and based on the event, you can see here that if you are a owner of the event, if you are the non-owner, if it's created by someone, you can come over here and book the event. Once you have booked, all your booking will be shown over here, and we can also explore the charts. So basically we have divided the every booking in a range. For example, $200 till $200 it is cheap event, or $100 it's cheap event. From 200 to $500 it's normal, and if it's a huge number, it's going to be expensive. So the idea is everything is good, but the idea is, so instead of using the regular what we do REST endpoint, if you see you get post one, which we do, we'll be using a post GraphQL interface, how we created the token, all the APIs. So it's basically GraphQL. What is new in this, how it works, and so without further ado, let us dive into multiple pieces of the project. Okay, so first we'll be seeing from the interface, then we'll be seeing from Postman, then I'll show you through the code where to go through if you want to explore, and finally we'll end it. I'll try to make it very quick. Let us go to the application. So once we are logged in, so for example, sorry about that. So let me create a new event. So creating a new event, we click create event, and we can name it anything. For example, let's say Christmas is coming, Christmas 2024, and the event cost is, for example, $500, and it is on let's say 25th only. Okay, and you can write anything, right? Description, confirm. Our event is created, and we can see that it's created now. It's a $500. It's on this date. All right. So what I was more interested in showing you is this guy. Now I've created. So let's open the developer tool now. Now if you go to the booking, we see that GraphQL endpoint is triggered. See, if you have created this event, then only you can book, right? You not create, the other guy can book it. You are the owner of this event, so you can now book it. For example, I'll log in with the other user, then I'll try to show you how can. So for time being, these are the one which we can book right now. For example, test John, test 2 John. I was just, we go to booking. Let me go right now only. Authenticate. The idea is I'm logging with the second user, and please you can fast forward this video if it looks a little slow. Okay, so we are logged in our account. Now this is here we can see most of the events are available. Only these two guys are created by John. Okay, now if we want to book this event, so if we go to the booking, we see all these events are there in charts. These are there. Now let us book this. If you want to book a new event, and for example Christmas, book, it is booked. Let's see if it is booked. If we come over here, we see that this event is booked now. Okay, it's a simple app, but you can see it's rendering in the graph chart, bar chart. I think that's all for this. So the idea was, this is the UI. Let me show you from the Postman. We do from the REST API. And finally, we'll see the code one piece. The first piece is over, the UI we wanted to show. Okay. So this is the GraphQL endpoint. Postman now supports GraphQL. It's long time now, but for example, if we want to create any user, we come over here. We write the syntax. This is the GraphQL syntax. You can write queries and mutations and create it. So login, let me go to the login. I'll do the same thing what we have done over there using this credential. If you are login with Amir, these credential, hit the endpoint, we get a token. We are using same JWT token. We come over here. Now if we want to fetch the event, if you see over here, query. Okay, for fetching the event, it is open, it is not with token based. So the idea of the GraphQL is, see, it is so fast. If you don't want title, just remove it from here, query, gone. So simple. So no need for doing overfetching, underfetching. Based on your requirement, we can boom. So this is exposed in the front end. So from front end we can control this, and front end developers, or if you are only developing both, so you can control from here. So it prevents, normally when we do the performance wise, you know that production level, when load comes, app becomes slow. So over there, this query is exposed in the front end, we'll see, and based on that we can control what's required, what's not required. Otherwise, you know that we have to fix the query from the backend. That's the approach we follow. So with GraphQL, we can directly from front end only we can control it and prevent over or under fetching. Now with create event, you cannot hit the create event from here. It's unauthenticated. For that, we go to authorization, we paste this token. My bad, let me copy this again. Let me hit this token again. Okay, once the token is there, we can create this event, right? So similarly with the get booking, we hit the get booking, we just pass the token. It's the same thing, it's a JWT token, and if you pass the token, we get the idea. Create booking, cancel booking. Now the idea runs with the same which we do with the REST API, the REST endpoints. So let me quickly show you the second piece is done, and the final piece I'll show you the code, how it can be done, what's the best practice, and obviously We'll share you the code base, we can store it. This can be done in however way you want, but the idea is, if we see the application over here, this guy is the front end. Here we have our front end React.js. This guy is the backend GraphQL. Node.js is actually in the root level. Okay, it's server. So if I'll show you my development of server, okay, it's up. Application is up. It was some error. No problem, it's fixed now. But the idea is Node.js in the parent level. In the React.js is in the inside front end. Okay. So React front end, I believe we know the core of this is GraphQL, and also I want to show that whatever we are doing, it's going into Mongo DB Atlas. You can fast forward this part. I know this takes time. The cloud version only. If you go to database, we go to collections. This one is mine, event DB GraphQL recently created. So whatever user we create, it's here. Okay, it's hashed, password is hashed, and data is stored in this format, regular MongoDB format. Whatever events we book, it comes over here, whatever we were seeing. Okay, and these are the bookings. That's all about the database. Let us see the code first. So how this happens is, we come to app.js. In the app.js, we have auth, we have GraphQL endpoint. This is exposed now. A graphical you can show you is the, let me show you. Sure. I've closed that endpoint. So let's ignore that for now. But what I was trying to show you is graphical is also one interface from where we can directly. So before Postman released this, what do you say? When you hit any new request, this GraphQL feature was not there previously. I'll suggest to use Postman only, because it gives lots of feature now. You can do HTTP, regular GraphQL, gRPC, all the various, and this is the most widely used. So idea is, we have the middleware over here. In the GraphQL, how it works is the schema. So whatever endpoint we create, see, now think from the REST world, we normally create our what do you say, all the endpoint, get, put, post, multiple queries. So over here we have mutation, we have schema. Okay, so query, mutation. So this is the root of the GraphQL, whatever we are writing over here, you see. This thing, mutation, query, and these are actually the endpoints we have created: create event, book event, cancel event, event booking, login, email, password. Some checks are there, type safety, what data we can. So okay, what data we want to fetch, we need these data, so we define over here, but based on our requirement only we fetch it. We can remove this, so load is less. Okay, so that's a schema. Schema is basically the blueprint how the structure should be. The code for it, whatever we're writing, for example, I'll show you one get event. Okay, so get event over here is this guy, event. I've named it this, but if you go to the, this is the way we write query, this is the event. So this is this thing. So from here, how it goes to the resolver. We have event over here, research event. So we have a database over here. So this is actually the Mongo DB now, but from here it goes to Mongo DB. This is actually fetching from DB data. So if you want to see how that is working, it's over here. It's a Mongo schema. There are two schema. One is database MongoDB schema. Schema is basically how you want the data to be, type, string, required, all this thing. But what you want to understand, so instead of this, if you remove it and write like this, like we have, that data will come in the GraphQL query. Got it? So instead of that, now we want to fetch from DB, so we are writing DB code. And likewise, we have all our thing. This code is written for authentication GWT token. We have used, I think, okay. So in auth we use bcrypt for password one. Create user. This is the logic for create user. Firstly, what we do is we go to the, let me go to the schema. Okay. So in this schema, what we do, we want to create user. Okay. We go to the user. From user, we go to the schema. What I'm trying to say is, whatever endpoint you want to check, first go to schema. Okay, I want this user. User means from this guy. Create user. We see it's create user. Search this one. It is here. Okay, so this is for creating user. Now it requires, it's a mutation. Query is basically fetching, mutation is basically all. If you compare with the rest world, get operation is query, mutation is anything change like update, post, put. Now we see it's a mutation. We go to resolver, we go to events. This is user now, so we go to auth resolver. This one is the event. Here the logic is written actually. Whatever you used to write now, at the rate your endpoint definition comes over there. And now if you want to connect with MongoDB, connect here, connect with Cosmos DB, Postgres DB, based on your requirement. But this is the flow. You choose the method over here, it comes over here. One thing to note that everything in a GraphQL is pointing to the same endpoint. You see, this is GraphQL, this is GraphQL. Nothing has changed. The idea is whatever you query, this language is exposed in front end, that is changed. Now if you want to see how it is exposed in front end, so if we go to the front end, source, store, for example, event store. See, for fetching the data, we write this query. Alright guys, that's all for this video. So this, the idea was, and one more thing, that if you want to go to the, understand how it works, you can come over here. You can see I've added some details. Come over here, check it, and this might help. So code is over here. That's all for this video. I hope you liked it. Go through it, explore it if you want to learn GraphQL. That's all for this video. Thank you guys. Bye.